It's another morning, and it's the last night for House of the Dragon this year, which makes me a little bit sad. No more House of the Dragon until next year or the year after. I can do without these 2-year breaks between seasons of TV shows these days, or 3 years in some cases. Remember when we used to get 26 episodes of a show every year, no matter what? Not every episode was good, but many of them were good, like Star Trek The Next Generation. Once they got their footing, you know, even some of the episodes of season 1 are not terrible. Anyway, what was I doing? I was farming for skulls and these gems. Yes. And she is done. Let's go to the next one. Enlist reinforcement. Yes. Excellent. Let's have you, let's see here. Just do that whenever I cast a skill. I'm not really using you for protection yet. I'll get to that later. Drinking my delicious iced coffee that I made. It's one of the most delicious things on the planet, just FYI. Okay, no. Let's see, how are we doing as far as materials go? Okay, these are in the hundreds. That's struggling. Okay. So I really need to get ancient items to build that up. That's the only way you're going to get that. Or if, you know, if you buy them from like this lady, like that right there. Now I have, oops, 27. It's probably the best use of this when they come up. It's a lot for that. I think I'll wait. Can I buy... I can only buy gear, right? I can't buy caches of anything. The old rings for silent chests are gone, I know. Okay, so we're going to do a Nightmare Dungeon. We'll do it on T5. I was farming that one place on T4 just because it's... I probably could have done it T5, but I just wanted really good speed of killing. I could do a Realm Walker first. I need to work on getting, like, these into my set, right? But to do that, I need things. Let's do this real quick. See if I can get this where it needs to go. I think I needed Fury, right? Yeah. Add affix resource. Fury regeneration. There we go. Now I can put on Heavenly Strength. Perfect. And I don't think I can add any this to it because it's going to require materials, right? Yeah. Okay, so this is still in stasis, but it's better than it was. Yeah, and I'm not losing any Fury regen, so that's good. Yes, and then I can, you know, as I get more and more materials, I'll start boosting up those 900s. These are sort of like my starter 900s. These aren't not as good as what I'll eventually get, although this one is actually pretty good. I do need to have the... Okay, the life did do a greater affix. This one needs a greater affix. Well, that one doesn't. Just, I worry about greater affixes only on the 900s. Greater key. Harbinger of Hatred. It's a greater, so I would want to do that at 3 tiers lower to make it fast, so I would do that at 2. Torment 2. That's sort of my rule system. Or no, 2 levels lower. 3 levels lower. So normal boss lair, 2 levels, greater, 3 levels, superior, 4 levels. Excellent. Now I could try to roll this to 4, but it's honestly not worth it at this point. I would do it if it were like my final keeper item, like if I had like a couple GAs there, and the only way to really get that on there, well, I could get it to a 5, but I would have to do that by rolling to it, but I can't do that anymore because you can't get a GA with the cube. You can only get it with re-rolling there or masterworking here or tempering here. So getting a 5 is out of the question, sadly. If I had just kept re-rolling the Fury regen, like if the piece arrived this way, I could just, like, as these stats, I could just keep re-rolling Fury regen over here and hope to hit a GA. But no. It'd be really nice if they had Fury regen as part of its, like, over here, right? Like resource. Like, you don't have Fury regen on any piece. It's just resource cost generation, like a little bit improved. It's not like add 3 Fury regen or something. That would be nice. I mean, you have this. I guess this is the closest thing. But it only works if you're actively hitting things. Let's see here. Let's go do that. I had to go turn the AC up a little bit so it's less cold. What? It's 68 degrees outside. Yay! And 100% humidity.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Humidity is awful.
Yes, humidity is terrible. My wife was on a phone call, but now she's up. Okay. Yeah. I guess so. I really want the, what is it, the K? Oh, good. There's another person here. Let's see. What do I need? I really need the last 2 of these. Doubles my damage, which is amazing. Reduces fury cost. Generates more fury. Gives me cooldown reduction. Every 5 seconds, one of these will cast. Right, one of these. Just without me doing anything, it's beautiful. And then after 60 seconds, increase damage to elites. Sometimes I will... Is this just casting by itself? Crazy. I think that's what it is. It just casts all the time. That would drive me insane, honestly. I mean, not that the shouting isn't annoying by itself. But it's not at this constant... I guess if you play with your volume off, that's different. But I don't. I want to actually hear my game. And actually, I want to hear the music, too. Why is the music so far down? Oh, look at that. That's not supposed to be down there like that. No wonder my game was so quiet in the thing. What is doing that? I guess it makes sense that this would just go all the time. Cyclone armor's triggered once every 5 seconds. Okay. It'd be really convenient for, like, not dying in hardcore, right? Like, if for some reason you get disconnected, this just keeps going and kills anything around you. Like, maybe not elites, but if a bunch of crap comes to try to harass you, Especially if it heals you as it does it, that would be clever. Especially if it have like a crap ton of life and it heals you based on like a percentage of your life or something. Let all my shouts reset. And I hit that. There we go. I think I had to hit it within a certain window and I screwed up. I should have just stopped spinning and hit it that way. But I wanted to keep my effects, but probably lost them anyway. Let's go see if I have a turn in. Doesn't look like it. Okay, now I'm on the infinite track. Right. That I just did should drop like a superior key guaranteed later on. It doesn't guarantee it now, but I did get one. Nice. Maybe it's 2 keys later on? I don't remember. Ultimate.
Taken apart, melted down.
Now we're going back and putting in all the defensive nodes that I yoinked in order to get to this and this. Let's see, 167 points spent. That's not bad. Not bad at all. I have to do those, and that, and these, and that, and that, and that. So we have a while to go before we can start venturing to the next board. We're at, look at that toughness. That's amazing. At this level, we look at our little cheat sheet. Sheets, google.com. That was what I was watching earlier. D4. So let's just delete his entry here because I don't need it here. I made my own. Difficulty. Okay, so at 1,000,000 health, right? You're right around here, right? Like, to be safe, right? If you go here, then you're pushing it. But right here, I'm easily, comfortably at T5. So the hardcore paranoid, right? Or even hardcore safer would be here. This is like, here, let's do something here. Insert row above. This is 1x, 2x, 3x, 4x, 5x. Multiplier. These are the multipliers that I use to create these, right? So this is just the standard, what Woody Joe and I'm assuming others have decided, you know, this is a good baseline for, you know, not dying every 5 seconds when you're in softcore. But when you're in hardcore, you want to at least double that. And I'm thinking doubling it is risky, right? That puts you at serious risk. Safer would be 3x. Safest is 4. But if you want to be paranoid, go 5. So I'm doing 5. So until I hit 1550 or maybe 1.5 million, when I'm sitting in town and this is 1.5 million, that's when I feel comfortable going to T6. Now, I don't think you can hit 25 million on a Barbarian. I know you can hit 20 million. So, because I've seen, well, I don't even know you can hit 20 million. But whatever I can get to, I'll get to, even if it's this, right? Before when I venture into T12. And hopefully by then I will have been able to test a Selig build and, build that out and just experiment with it. If you don't know, a Selig build uses a special necklace called a Selig. Max roll. Whirlwind. I'd never tried it before this season, and it works shockingly well. So it's part of his push setup, right? So we have Melted Heart of Selig, right? So what it does is it gives you it doubles your resource pool. So whatever I have here, which is currently 100, it'll go to 200. Now by the time I do that, I'll be, into the multiple hundreds, like 300-400 or so. So it'll double to like 600 to 800, on a good day. And then that becomes your health pool. And the reason that works and doesn't kill you because it lowers your life. You can see my life is 48,000. This would go down to 473, which is ridiculously low, right? Like just terribly low. But what happens is the magic of the Selig is that not only is most of your damage thrown over to your resource pool, it's also dramatically cut. So like if you were to get hit by 10,000, you only get hit by 1 or something. I don't know what the math is. But it just works. It's like magic. I demonstrated it on my main. Like I can do a T120 or a Greater Rift 125 with 473 health, and it's like breezy. I just glide through it. It's amazing. But I don't know how viable it is for hardcore because you can die. Like if certain things will kill you. So it's like the safer option is probably just to go with as much life as you can get, right? Just maximum life. But, we'll see. Yeah. So I'm stacking life everywhere. Damage reduction everywhere. And that's one thing that's going to be lovely about the next season is there's a new seasonal gem that will give you up to 40% damage reduction, which is insane. Combine that, it's multiplicative, right? Combine that with this at 40%, and it's what is it? 1 minus 0.60 times 0.60, whatever that is, for 36%. You take only 36% damage of what you would normally take. 60% of 60% is 36, right? 6 times 6. That's how you can quickly get there. Just take the numbers you do know, which is I see a 6 and I see a 6. What happens when I multiply those together? I get 36. So it's lower than 60, so it must be 36%. Sort of a math cheat. Conquer a Nightmare Dungeon. Nothing special right now. So we're going to go... Let's go to the strong room and see if we can do that. See if I can clear that within a certain good period of time.
This place is...
Oh, good. I have my, I have the next node. Right. So I can get the little skull things. See them adding up? It gives me a second chest to open. Like I'll get the boss drop, then I have my little second chest, And then I have a special extra chest that can drop. When I pick up those little green orb things that drop, the little ghostly green orbs. Let's clear this area so that when I come out I don't get ambushed. Okay. I'll come back to that in a minute. Okay, that's where we're going next. Alright, what am I choosing? Let's choose I don't evade. I'm not going to guide anything. Just go for the pillars. I won't get 6 on this because I'm moving too slowly, but I'll still have fun, unless I die, in which case I won't have fun. See, right there I started taking some damage. Because I'm standing around the pillar and it's like, ouchie. I should probably not choose that one in the future. Oh, I did get it. Nice. Yeah, I'll avoid the damage one in the future. Let me look and see if I missed any heads. Okay, we got those. I guess I did do it. This is a really good build for this. Okay. Yeah, that losing health started to worry me a little bit. But it's all good. Let's clear this area before I go down. Just because it's adventure. Because I want to collect the skulls of my enemies. Whatever those things are. Yeah, I think the problem there was I can usually avoid getting damage most of the time, right? Because I'm either I'm concealed or whatever for at least a little while. Because of the thing. But if you're standing in a thing that says you will take damage no matter what kind of thing, then that's a problem, right? That's gonna like do little ticks on your health. And that's not pleasant. It's worrying when I see that. I'm like, oh, what's going on here? Sort of throws me for a loop for a moment. And I remember, oh yeah, that's right, I chose the thing. So this is expected. It's not a lot, right? It's just a little bit of a tick on your health. But it's still disconcerting to see it all of a sudden. You're like, wait, is there some mechanic that's going to kill me that I'm not aware of here? It's like, no, it's just this minor thing that's a nuisance. Still probably best to avoid it. Right. Oh wait. Let's just go this way. Oops. Let's not deliberately stand in the fire if we can avoid it. We don't want to tempt fate. Or tempt the fates. Not that I believe in that crap, but, you know, just as a matter of expression. What's nice is the bigger that 67 number, that green head, that conviction skulls, the bigger that gets, I think the better your reward is from the chest at the end of the dungeon. It's like this really fun thing that I wish I'd learned about earlier. But I learned it on my most recent high-level character. This season. Learned it this season. Because I was like, what is this? How does this work? Because I've seen it before and it didn't look appealing. And then I think someone, maybe Woodie made a guide for like low-level players, like what's the best nodes to get if you're just a casual player, right? So I was looking at that and like, okay, let's try some of these. I was like, that's nice, I like that. Why are you still alive? It's a treasure room, which I will be opening once I clear out this area. You might be wondering, why do you have this ultimate on your bar when you never use it? Well, I do use it when against the boss, or if I'm in a really bad situation with a lot of shit around me, then I'm like, okay, I'll do that. Wait to get everything back. I wait because I want to snapshot the effects on Whirlwind, which it just basically saves all the settings. It saves all the whatever until I'm... See, that's the kind of thing that would kill you if you weren't... That might kill you if you weren't prepared for it, you know? So we're going to wait. Actually, no, I don't need to wait. Because that guy is, like, going to die. Okay, now normally this is what you would get, right? Okay, let's go crunch everything.
Back to it then.
Alright, so this is where you would normally end. Oops, I accidentally hit it. So that box is the war chest, right? That you can get from that right there is the war chest that comes from this node. This chest comes from this node. So it's like extra free loot. And look, all the stuff that's in there. It's lovely. When you're first starting out, it's a nice little... K room! K! That's it. Yes! That's the one I know by heart. K. Or Quay. Or Qua. This goes... Notice I'm not worrying about putting the crit one in there. Okay, this is going to be a fourth. I just need one more, and then I can juice it up. Unless, well, it could be that the stats here are good. They're not. Okay. What about on this one? Core skills. It's not really what I need at the moment. I just need resistances and the 5-piece. Preferably with resistances, but Even without resistances, that's still a good thing. Okay. An escalation dungeon with obols. Nice. Okay, this will go in here. I really need another bulwark to really feel comfortable about that. So what I want to do is I want to change these around a little bit. Let's see here. I want bulwark to be on the top, shroud on the bottom. And now what do I want to do to get them going? I think I want the 2 health here and this one here, just like before. Yeah. 2 seconds of not taking damage. Because bulwark protects you from damage, so it's sort of a good synergy there. The alternative, which I've done before, is to use 2 seconds of not taking damage to summon a wolf, right? So you basically say, if I don't take damage for 2 seconds, summon some wolves. Where is it? There it is, right? Because then you get 3 wolves, right? Because it generates, well, you get 2 wolves. It generates 200 every 2 seconds, so you get 1 wolf every second, right? So it works really well together. And then what you do is you have another one up here, which is much harder to get, which says, as long as you have 1 summon of some kind, whether it's an ancient, right? So I could put an ancient on here, and I think that counts. Then that it will generate a considerable amount of ritual based on you just having 1 pet out. The mercenary doesn't count. Wolves do count. And so what that'll do is, and warlock minions count, or not warlock minions, necromancer minions count. So if you have at least 1 summon, a summoned creature, right, that comes from a spell of some kind, normally, then it generates ritual, and with that, you create the bulwark, right? So you basically have constantly spewing wolves and constantly refreshing bulwark, and that's sort of like my ideal way to build, but I don't have the thing yet, right? I don't have the thing I need for that. And I may not even do that. I don't know, because I have my source of vulnerable from this right here. But still, it's nice to be able to freeze enemies, right? And that's one of the things that the wolves do. They like, if you're fighting a boss, the amount of stagger goes up so quickly when you have like 6 to 7, 8 wolves attacking the thing. It's like the blue line just goes. It's amazing. So I might just do it anyway. It's pretty amazing. Okay, critical strikes grant movement speed for 1 second up to 6 seconds. It's not bad, but it's not critical.
Taken apart, melted down. Back to it then.
Okay, conquer a nightmare dungeon. Another one. Okay. Let's see what we have here. Oh, they have the nightmare dungeon for the first time itself. Now, fortunately, I don't have to worry about gem fragments for a while, because these are as good as I'm going to get for a while, right? They're like best in slot for the moment. For, you know, the royal we. No, okay, it's garbage. I don't like volcanic. Okay, let's do that. Because that way I can open up a thing. We have another Realm Walker coming. Let's go do that. We need to farm the Realm Walker a lot to get those really good keys, because that's where all the really good gear comes from the seasonal boss. So if we have, 200 superior keys, then we're basically printing mythics, which is sort of what you need to build this thing in the end game, to build it right, to make it so you're basically erase content with just by sneezing on it. Now, it's unlikely that anyone else will be here because it's not the tree thing, but I can still solo it pretty easily. Oh, it'll be so nice to have the bulwark. There's my bulwark. Look at my toughness, 2.5 million. Nice. Now it's not a persistent, because it will drop if I get damaged, or just if it doesn't, if it has to reset, right? Like there's a little bit of a fraction of a second of downtime in between applications, especially if I take damage, because it doesn't prevent all damage. Although, you know, like if something takes down the barrier through damage, then but what'll help it is the iron shield. If I can keep that running, like right now, that's why having all 5 set pieces is going to be important, because that helps the shouts fire more, which then adds more cooldown, which just makes everything work better. I could also prioritize the, you know, shouts or cooldowns are reduced by X amount, you know, so they fire all the time. It gets noisy. I'm not going to stand in that just in case. And we have our thing ready, and he's dead. Very nice. This guy is T6 ready, but not health-wise. Like, damage-wise, he's ready for T6. Health-wise, nope, I'm not ready for it yet. I want my base toughness to be higher than what it is. Okay, I can do that. This guy's not difficult. Like, he's easier to kill than the Realm Walker. Guys, why isn't it expanding? Weird, it's coming up very slowly. Not that I mind, usually it goes out very quickly. Another, oh, it's a Qua. What's Qua? Movement speed.
Too easy for warriors like us.
Ooh, a set charm. Please be my last set charm. That'd be so nice. It's not. Alright. Oh well. Oh, okay, right. I did a Realm Walker. Let's go back and reset. Get our bearings. We don't want to venture out and do something stupid. Okay, so as far as like any of these can have good stats, right, when it comes to resistances and stuff. But none of these do. Alright. So instead we'll make materials. Look at that, 7.5 or how many do I have? Not a lot. Oh, there we go. Of course, these are what we need to make what is it? Yeah, I think those. I think these, let's look real quick. I think these, oh no, I have raw primordial dust. Oh, infused heraldric resin. Where's that? Oh, that one. Okay. I need both of these to re-roll set pieces, and I'll need a lot of it, probably. You'd think that you'd want to have the heal, right? But you don't cast enough spells to heal consistently. Like, you cast Whirlwind, and then you might supplement that with casting these every 5 or 6 seconds, right? And so, but you do them like you go QWER, right? And so that gives you a big burst of health, but then what happens? Nothing, right? So you're like losing health. All of a sudden, QWER. There's no consistent application of health. So it ends up not being great. Like, where is it? Well, I don't have it anymore, do I? This one right here, right? Whenever I deal direct damage, this is constantly fortifying me, right? This is really, really good. It's sort of like not healing, but it's like healing plus, right? It's a little extra guard against your health, a little bit. It makes it harder to cut your health down, because it also has to cut down your fortify at the same time. At least that's how I understand it to be. I need to temper this one, don't I? Did I just run out of materials? Is that why? Yes, that's why. Again, this is not my last ring. This is just a temporary filler, so I'm going with just cost reduction. Cost reduction. I would love to do cooldown reduction on everything, but I just can't afford it yet. I don't have enough regen. Like when I get my 5-piece, that'll help, because it'll give me 10 fury per second, right? 30% cost reduction, and that will cover the cost reduction needs there, right? Then I won't need them here anymore. But I do need them there, because as you can see, it's like it goes down really fast. Okay, that one, no. That one, no. That one, no. I have a nice selection to pull from. The only thing I don't have a duplicate of that I really wanted a duplicate of is the bulwark. I really need that. And do I have the avoid health? No, I don't. That's another one that's harder to come by. I really need extra copies of that for like emergencies. Okay, so is there anything else I need to dump? Okay, that's my dungeon. We're gonna do more ruptures. Nightmare dungeons are a really good thing to run for the materials, for the masterworking materials. You get tons of obusite, and it's adventure. You have these fun little chests that you can unlock at the end. That's fun. Grabbing those heads is fun to me. I always like getting more heads. We have to unlock 15 of these, and then we can get the rupture thing with the portal. Usually 5 per rupture is enough. So this will be 5. 6. Put myself a little bit ahead. 7. 8. I'll let it fall. Let's see. Everything cleared? Yes. Don't stand in the fire. That's one thing where speed is actually life, because if you stand in something too long, there's a chance that you're going to die. If you stand in one place too long, it's always good to keep moving when you can, which is one thing that annoys me about these little circles, is they are dangerous. Because you're just standing there and stuff's coming at you. 13... 14. Last one. Gonna stand here. 15. There we go. Now we're gonna let this collapse. Clean the area. You quit. Safe. Oh, okay, yeah, we can do this. didn't even get skulls in here, which is nice. I call them skulls. They're not skulls, but they show up as skulls there. Ooh, nice. Legendary seal. Please be 6. Please be 6. Damn. Well, I can vend it. Let's see here. Let's store that before we lose it. Store this before we lose it. Store this before we lose it. It's nice that you get at least 1 key every time. That's beautiful. And we'll just dump. Excellent. What is this? Is this the thing I pick up, or is this where I drop off? It's where I pick up. Oh, release a lever. Right. We have those kinds of things. Is there another lever here to open up the money room? Tower fell. Did it? Did that unlock this? No. Oh, maybe it's a three levers to unlock the treasure room. Or maybe, yep, that's it. 3 levers to unlock the treasure room. Yeah, if the sound of doing that shout gets on your nerves, then you don't want to play this build. Because this build shouts a lot. It'd be nice if I could change the sound. Or maybe like mute it so I could hear everything else except the "Rah!" every 5 seconds. See, that's one of the few downsides of this build. It's noisy. Notice we're at 81 conviction skulls. 81 skulls. It's nice. The reward's getting better. Gonna help out with materials, gear. All for just killing things. It's beautiful. Killing and not dying, which is always a good thing. Kingslayer, hello, Game of Thrones reference. These are these kind of labyrinths I don't like. They force you to go down multiple different avenues and backtrack, and I don't like backtracking. It's inefficient movement. Scatter prism. Those are very useful for jewelry, putting sockets in jewelry. Well, item level 900 jewelry. Jesus, this place is big. So we need to find a cap for that one. Which is right there. Oh, they gave us a little job. You don't want to do your thing. I already did it. I can't get another one. And this amount of gold is like pennies compared to just selling one 5-slot seal. Right? I mean, it's nice. It's a nice little supplement to gold, but it's not going to really fill the bank that much. We're done here. I mean, I guess I could keep doing them and, you know, use those to fill my conviction chest more. I just don't feel like it. Look at that. Isn't that nice? Very nice. Oh, let's go back home. Let's grab the materials from here first. No 900 items. Berserker's Crucible. Cooldown reduction, movement speed. Oh, I'll hold on to that. I want the damage more for now, but this is a contender, man. That's not bad. Let's see, gold drop rate. Yeah, let's just crunch those. Go grab the rest of this stuff. Infernal Hordes, I will be lowering that to 4. Because I don't want, because sometimes they throw a lot of stuff at you. This is junk. I mean, since it's a 900, you can do things with it. Like if I wanted to, if I had the ability to do, shit, what is it? I do have the thing, so I could go like this. I could go, where are the reagents? Can I do it without? I think I can do it without these, actually. So I could go remove affix, right? And then remove affix. Then I could say, with this, do I have the materials? Craft unique. There we go. Yeah, see, that's one of the best ways to get to Balt's Will. It's one of the only ways to get it, like consistently. But yeah, I'll be doing that for a while. Didn't get it. That's all right. Don't need any of those for that. Ooh, Forgotten Wisdom, nice. Gets you a 10% buff there. There's a like little well there that you can grab. Let's definitely save that one. Oh, and No, I think I'm just going to do this. Oops. Whoops. Click the wrong button. This, I want one of them here. It's weird that it's, I'm not getting the correct thing. Okay, let's go down to Torment 4. For safety's sake. Because, like, when the Butcher shows up, or if a bunch of Infernal Lords show up, you can get 3 or 4 of them at once, and it's like, I just want them to die immediately. Because otherwise it can get very dangerous in there. You want to be way over-leveled for this. And world bosses, like the pit bosses, or the ladder bosses. We're just going to do this real quick. Like, obviously, these are going to die really fast. Let's see here. Fiendish Legions. Don't do spiders. I try to avoid spiders, honestly. But I just want this to go really quickly. Wait, I thought I used a thing. Why don't I have 10 waves? That's bullshit. Of course, it gives me spiders. Jesus. I deliberately don't want spires. They're annoying. No one likes the spires, Wiz. Get rid of them. Can you not darken my screen through some weird blinding effects? That is my preference. I know, I'm picky. Nothing but spires. This is bullshit. I should protest just by hanging out on the side and not engaging in combat. Let's see, Colossal Fiends. There we go. Aether Lords. Yes. Now maybe we'll get some big guns coming out. The Aether Lords are why you want to dumb it down. They hurt. Aether Lord. Boop. Dead. Another one. Dead. Spire, really? At least spawn a Lord. Can I have a Chaos Wave, please? I like the Hellborn. You should get those in addition to the event, like this right here. Sometimes. Except they're not spawning for some reason. The worst thing you can do in hardcore is think I can push myself a little bit. I mean, yes, you can, and you'll die probably. That's usually how people die. Is they overestimate their skill, and they underestimate how important toughness is. And it's like, just play it safe, man. Don't lose all that work you put in. Please, please, dumplings. Nope. Now, there's obviously things you have no control over. Like if I lost my connection, I would probably die, right? I have no control over that. But that's why you make backup sets, right? You have backup gear. Now, this fire probably won't hurt me, but I'm going to try to avoid it where I can anyway. It's good form just to not run through the fire. Where are these things? Oh, there he is. Hi, Butcher. See, you want to kill him as quickly as possible. It's not the greatest at giving you things, but, you know, it's fine. Okay, we'll go with lords, because they're pushovers now. Aether Lord. Aether Lord. Love it. Yeah, finally, Hellborn. Took you guys long enough. Can I get 666? I don't really need Bartok. I'd almost rather have gem fragments and opposite.
Impressive. Unfortunately.
Yep, there we go. 666. We're gonna kill Bartok. Maybe I'll get an ancient Helm of the Mighty. Hands. Is it Cabalt's Will? No. It'd be lovely if it were. Cabalt's Will is so good for this. It's good for a lot of builds. No. Nope, we're crunching. How are we doing as far as materials go? 119, 790. Let's do some conversions here. After I spend some points to make myself slightly tankier. Alright, we're gonna cut this back down to 500.
Careful, it might be spicy for you.
I hate doing this, but I need the materials for this. This down to 500. I'll do that.
Very potent. Take small sips.
And this down to 500. No. 400.
come back if you get thirsty.
Because that's the only way I can, like, masterwork
What is a
things.
fortress, isn't it?
Like this, for example, which I really want to masterwork.
Anyone else? Tell them it's from scopes.
Five more. And I forgot to put crit on there, didn't I? I think I just ate the chance of doing that. Yeah. I need 50 for that. That's insane. I'll hold off on that. Okay, any boss things that I can do? Nope. They're all below 5. That looks good. We're going to do Undercity now at T5. We don't want to use a big one, though. We want to use a little one, a baby one like this. Yeah. We don't want to add any more difficulty to it than we have to for the moment. We'll get around to adding difficulty in time. Find more armor. We have plenty of time. We don't need to scout out first. We don't need to devise or divine a path. Toughness 6 million. Not bad, not bad. Note that's not base. I'd rather my base be really high. Like, I judge what torment I'm ready for based upon my base toughness. And anything I get while in combat is just like icing on the cake on top of that. At least for hardcore. The orbs, there's the orb. One orb. One orb for one. Two orbs. This is right. I was thinking, wait a minute, did I already clear this? But it's like, no, you get the floor already cleared on the map. Four orbs, right? Mini boss. Mini boss. I don't know. I have 7 minutes to do this. Do you think I can finish it in time? I wish like doing more spirit braziers would give you some sort of an extra buff.
So much good I would have done. So much good.
Perhaps surprise.
Alright, return to Tyrael. Let's ditch. That's a good candidate. A good backup chest. Ring. What could that ring be? Not that there's any rings that go with this set, but... nope. Let's see here. Strength. That's nice. Yeah, let's that's a candidate. Oh yeah, I forgot about these guys. Whoops. Okay, the rest of these are junk. Huh. Yeah. Okay, which ones are good? That one. And yeah. Let me protect him. There we go.
Step up to my anvil.
Nah. Okay. What else do we have? Lots of wolves. I love that for me. More of these. Nice, nice. And 2 points. So we're going to go armor and resistance. Actually, let's go pure resistance for the moment. Yeah. 1 million toughness in town. That's pretty damn good. Let's see, we want him to give me a slowing enemies, reduce damage dealt when I am injured. There we go. That is the correct one for him. And so far, nothing else there. Any reset yet? Salvage material, yes, thank you. It's always the best one to pick. So worth the money. For 100? Yeah, I'll take that. Was there anything else here that was compelling? I don't think so. And I guess I can restock. Still waiting for heavy hitters. Still don't have it. Right? Did it sneak in? No, heavy hitting. Yeah, 40% more damage. It's a really nice multiplier that I would love to put here or here. Although this is still pretty good, right? That's really excellent. And there's a chance that the heavy hitter would not even be this good, because this was a fairly good roll. Because I think it came on a piece of, well, I think it came on an ancient piece, which is why it's like above 110. But I would probably put heavy hitter here, at least. Because it depends on how it rolls. I would either move this over to here and put this here, or I would, or no, I'd just get rid of this. I'd put this there and get rid of the elemental fate, or maybe I'd just replace this with it, because this is sort of up and down. It's not consistent. It's sort of a stopgap that I have in place, because for lacking heavy hitting, basically.
Come. Let us plan our next move.
Okay, large amount of dungeon keys, no. Barshan, yes. Runes, no, let's do that. Runes. Experience orbs. Helltide Harvest. Harassed Undercity. I mean, I can go do him anytime, right? I don't need this to go do him. So I am focusing more on, like, the rewards, which I don't normally do. I normally just focus on what I want to level up, and I just ignore the rewards. But I'm learning maybe that's not the best approach. Okay, a portal to the final floor. Yes. See, now they have +1 monster power. So now they have 1, 2, 3 monster power in the Undercity, right? So 1, 2, 3. So what that does is it effectively makes them rank 33. 32 I can still do comfortably. 33 is also fine at this point, right? Anything beyond that, I need to sort of be more cautious. We're gonna... Is this the one I was gonna vend? Yes. It doesn't synergize with anything I do. 13 million gold. It's crazy. Basically, sell all your legendary seals. Like, I'm keeping these because Berserker's Crucible. This one I like for the critical strike chance, right? But it's still 5 slots, so no, I'm gonna vend it. As soon as I start getting 6 slot ones, then I'll just shit can all the 5 slot ones. Because they're essentially not useful in the end. Because what you want is you want your 5 set pieces, and then you want like a mythic seal there, or a mythic charm. If for this one you want Endurant Faith, because it's like extra toughness. Just again, it's just skyrocketing your toughness all over the place is what you want to do. Okay, so I don't want to do that. I just want to go in naked without any boost, because that'll give me +3 on the enemies. Just open portal. We're just going to go in. You'll see +3 on the nameplates at the top of the screen. Still very safe, because I'm still well below T6. I'm like, what, a third of the way to T6 or half the way to T6? When I can. Orb. I'm remembering to do that now. So go look for the orb when I hear that leveling sound. I guess you only get, okay, you get 3 at 3. Do you get 4 at 4, or do you only get 3 at 4? I think you only get 3. I only saw 3 the last time. This will give me... I only see 3. Now you might think, why are you taking so long to level up? Why do you pick such low, like, difficulties? Well, because I don't want to die, because dying wastes time. I've died before. It's fine. It's not the end of anything. Damage when I have a barrier active. Oh, there we go.
Swinging away.
Because now I have a barrier active. So, like, let's say it takes me twice as long to level up doing it this way rather than just, like, being dangerous and being risky, right? Like, oh, let's just go T6. Ooh, I can push T7 now, right? I have a million toughness. I'm just going to push T7. F it, you know? But if I do that and I die, then I've lost all this gear, these glyphs, these gems, everything, right? I have to build it all back up. It takes a while to do that. So rather than having to expend all the time to rebuild everything back up, I mean, yes, I can shortcut because I do have some things here that I can fall back on, right? But like right now, I would lose these, right? I don't want to lose those. I do have one in waiting, so that gets me a start. I would lose all these lovely royal gems that I've collected. I mean, not all of them. I still have some here, right? I would lose my Earthen Bulwark. I would lose that. I'd like to have another one just as a spare, just in case. So I don't want to lose anything, right? If I can avoid it. So why make myself go through all that work again when I can just play a little bit more safely and not have to worry about it? Okay, so we're going to put... Let's see, this is 60%. No. What's the one I just got? I can never remember their names. Conceited. That's it. So I have a 50% bonus there. So this, it's 1.5 times, right? So conceited would go here. So I would go from 60% to 75%. Of course, I need that because it's a nice piece. So what I'll probably do is just throw it on this because it's still 850. And it uses the old materials. I can move these around and fix it up better. I'd rather have it there because it's 75%, but I don't have the materials, because then I could put this one down there. Or I could just replace this, but this one's expensive to replace, so it might just stay there for a while. But now I have a consistent 50% increase as opposed to, you know, half the time, or some of the time it's better, right? Let's see, because Elemental Fate, whoops. Now, the beauty about Elemental Fate, though, is that you can have up to 6 stacks, right? And I don't know how that works, so I'm not going to worry about it. I think you just get, like, it just ramps up really fast and does a bunch of damage, but then it's, like, inconsistent, because sometimes the damage isn't there, and you want it to be there, but, you know, that kind of a thing. Okay, so let's push this to 33. Actually, let's go to 34, because... that should be fine. Actually, no, we can probably do 35. Yeah, we can do 35. In the pit. There's no surprises in here right now. We don't have the butcher coming to attack us yet. Not that I would even choose that one right away. I wouldn't. And ultimately, I'll replace the rune that procs the bulwark. I'll replace that with, I think it's what's Igni, the one that is based on travel distance, right? Because then even if I get damaged, it still procs as long as I'm moving. The only thing that'll ruin that effect is if I get slowed down or if I get stopped, which does happen, but it's not often. Especially if I get unstoppable, like consistent unstoppable. So 35 is a good spot. Yeah, 35 is very safe. Okay, noted. So when I do the Undercity, as long as I can hit 35, then I'm still good. It's good to know. All right. Can I get these? Guys, stop fighting. Am I gonna have to separate you? All right.
It is done.
Chaos. All right. More armor. Is good. All right, now this guy has a couple more goodies for me. Strength armor. Be nice if it had life on there. I would consider it immediately. Yeah. I wonder. No, it's probably not worth worrying about right now. I don't want to expend resources on it. Let's see, anything good on this one? Nope. See, normally I wouldn't obsess about all the materials I'm holding, all the things I'm holding, except in hardcore, you can lose it. And so I just very, very carefully try to put everything back in. Now this does count. I think the first dungeon counts, right? So I could do this. I would want to lower this to 4 because Astaroth is ouchy. Bad doggy. And this lets me farm obols. Now I don't have my choice yet. I don't get to choose from 2 extra portals at the end, but that's fine. I'll just take whatever they give me. Since I'm lowering it, it's not that difficult. And each level gets its own set of skulls, or little green orb things, which is nice. I get 2 chests for each of these dungeons. It's just a big time commitment is the only reason I tend to avoid these things. Because it's like committing to 3 nightmare dungeons back to back, and then a lair boss, right? You basically lock that in if you continue.
We got separated. My friends were cut down. I won't last on my own.
You get skulls this way, right? Find out. My toughness is 4 million. It goes down, it goes down, it goes down. What brings it back up? The iron skin. See, that's why I need my my shouts to have a lower cooldown, and I need my 5 sets, right? So now it'll be like shout, 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 shout. It'll be really not loud and noisy and annoying, but and I might turn the sound down. Oh, a K. Go stick that in the bank. That's my second earthen bulwark. It's my backup bulwark. Let's see, anything else here that's good? Now that I'm here, no. Let's just crunch that. And back to it.
Back to it.
Doesn't one of the mercenaries say that?
Back to it.
Thank you, Wanderer.
Thank you.
Without you, I'd be dead.
That's right. There's a reward at the end, isn't there? Can you not trap me in that room? Thank you. I'd rather not die to all your weird shit. Okay, this is clear. Up. Thought maybe it was a key thing. I guess if it was a key, it would have had a little marker on it, right? Leave me alone. There's the key. Figured there'd be a key somewhere.
Supposed to be empty, but I heard bells tolling,
I don't like rooms or dungeons with loops,
splitting open my dreams.
especially multiple loops.
A call that demanded an answer. I must release them. This holy place reeks of secrets and rot.
Don't you like exploring and down a winding labyrinth? No, not really. I like going from point A to point B and being done.
Think when the ringing of those damn bells.
I don't like going back over the same path twice, or 3 times in some cases. Okay. See, like that whole room back there. You don't know at the time whether that's where you're gonna go next, so you just like, well, I'll come back to that in a minute. And then it's like a mile away by the time you get to where you're going.
Impressive.
Annoying.
Fortunately.
Of course, you don't know that when you're hitting this, because you think, well, maybe that's the end of the dungeon. I'll come back to it at the end, right? Ooh, ancestral boots next. Right. Yeah, that's it. Didn't get a lot of skulls that time. That's unfortunate. We did get that. We did get this. Some amount of it. It's nice. Charms, ring, helm, flail, ring. Fuckard. No, sorry. That's not what that means. That's not how that's pronounced. Is it Fouchard? Fuckard? Is that what that is? A fuckard? Look, I'm just looking at it. Where is it? That's funny to me. It's a funny joke. Sorry, not very kid-friendly. Where is it? Well, whatever. Strength, max life. We're just going to put this in there for the moment.
Taken apart. Melted down. Ah, Mainlander, what brings you?
Paladin rally skill. I mean, that's nice when it comes to... So the reason you would ever want to take this one, right, Whoops, where is it? Right? So this is nice if you ever want to not have to cast this, right? Because it does cost Fury to cast it. And it only lasts 4 seconds. This lasts 8 seconds, right? So, but it does take a lot of offering to proc it. So sometimes, like in some builds, when you're first leveling, you know, they'll like put this in there, and you don't have to cast this anymore. You know, you don't have to put it on your bar. I mean, if you do like spec it out, it'll use, I think, that version of Rally, but it's more like a quality of life glyph rather than like a really good glyph. Deathly Shadows we're going to immediately get rid of because we hate them. See it? Unleash a volatile pulse, that's the one that can kill you. It's very, very high damage. Let's see. Oh, that's right, we had this, didn't we? That's for later, right? Because the max resource is when I get Magnum Opus. Which reminds me, I could do the Butcher and get a Magnum Opus. But it wouldn't really increase my damage by all that much because I only have 100 Fury. And then I'd have to worry about putting this in, which would increase the Fury. I'm just not to the point where I'm building an end game character yet, right? I just have so many other things that I want to do first. Okay, so let's go back up to... All right, you know, that's right, we're doing this. Right. Focus. Obel's Reserves, another one, nice. We're gonna get a lot of Obels out of this. Oh, it's this one. I hate this map. It's so huge. It's like the city that you do during the story, the campaign. I'm going to go around the perimeter first, see the scope of the city. All right, I'll do this.
Get that one.
Because it does add skulls, I think.
That's one.
Of course, if you get hit, you can lose a skull. We'll see if this does add any skulls. It might not. It's only from elites. Which is why shrines can be so useful. Because you spawn elites when you hit shrines. According to, at least that's how I read the thing in the war plan.
That's one.
I guess we're not getting any elites, are we?
Get that one. There is honor.
Okay, we're collecting Animus. Got it. Let's go this way. We're just sort of systematically uncovering the board. Uncovering the playing board. One reason I hate this damn map. It's like exactly the kind of labyrinth I don't like. It's like you have to go down every single path. Where am I going? Ah, that way. At least they did split it up a little bit. But still, ugh. Give me a tunnel from point A to point B. That's what I like.
Perhaps a prize inside.
No, I don't have to kill all these, but I'm looking for chests too. And I'm collecting the little green orbs. Plus, I paid to get in, so I'm gonna do it, damn it. Paid good money for this. I'm gonna watch the show, even though I hate it. I'll come back to that. Now watch what happens when I hit this. Oh, an event too. Okay. I thought it would spawn elites, but... million. Three whole skulls from that. What a waste. I know they're not skulls, I just call them skulls. They're stacks of conviction, but it shows up as a skull, so I call them skulls. Maybe they are skulls. Why do you have to kill everything? Can't you just, like, go right to your objective? Yes, I can. But then I'd be missing out on the conviction stacks / skulls, and I'd also not be getting materials that I want, which is one of the reasons I'm in here, is to get obols and obosite, and any other crafting materials that drop regularly and in abundance in an escalation dungeon, which is one of the reasons you run them. It's because you have a higher... Each floor you go to has higher drop rates. Otherwise, there would be no point in doing them, well, other than killing Astaroth. Let's test this. Okay, good. Always good to experiment and test your durability. So see, on floor number 1, we were getting like 100 something. Now we're getting like 200, 300 per chest. On the 3rd floor, we'll probably be getting like 500 or something per chest, because it's the 3rd floor of the escalation dungeon. Assuming that we get them again. I think it gives you the same thing again, right? Isn't that how it works? Like, if you get an escalation sigil with, like, rubies on it, I think you get rubies all the way up, right? Isn't that how it works? At least as one of the options if you have a multiple choice thing. Or as the default option if you don't.
Keep them away!
takes so long to clear these convoluted labyrinthian floors. If you want to do it all. Worst dungeon ever. Boss is in that arena, by the way. Why are you running away? Don't run away. I want to come play with your brains. Okay. Nothing up here? Alright. I'm gonna come down here. Crunch, come back, loot, crunch, then we'll continue. Nope. Ooh, our first legendary rune. Duplicate. Sadly, I only cast channeled core skills, so that doesn't really help. They knew that. They're taunting me. Jerks! Crunch. Oh, it's the first time I've done this particular dungeon floor, so I got the little baggie.
Mainlander, what brings you?
900s.
Met it down. Right. Third floor. Equipment delve. Vile splendor. Okay, so we didn't get obols. We got gold reserve. This is not... Now, if this is a good floor, I might repeat it. You can do that. There's a way to do that. You can run it endlessly. But we'll see. If it's a terrible map, then I won't. All depends on the map. I'm not loving this map. It's dark. I don't like dark maps. I don't like the bound prisoner thing. Having to click all those stupid artifacts is annoying. Lots of stopping and clicking. That's not fun to me. I just want to run through and just clear everything while spinning. don't want to have to stop and do all sorts of work. See those? Those are those volcanic things. They're awful. They wouldn't be my first choice. Ugh. Back to that in a minute.
You saved my life.
Let's go to the left. Plus the gold I'm getting from the chests, I need to go see those stupid volcanic things. That can be really dangerous on this particular event. Or on events like this. Because they pop. And very nasty. I mean, I'm okay because I'm, overly tough, but I find them to be extremely tedious and annoying. Because they pop under you while you're trying to loot something. Because there's a delay and then all of a sudden, boom, 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 dead. Not here. Avoid all that. Obviously those are worse, but you can't really avoid those out of choice. I mean, you can't choose against them, in other words. You can avoid them just by moving out of them, but you can't choose not to have it in your dungeon. Through this area. 9 million gold, that's pretty good. $7 million, 8 million gold. Now, if I come back, I don't necessarily have to do everything. I'll show you how you come back and do this again. I'm done here. I'm not going to kill the boss, otherwise that would make it not possible. I guess I don't even need to click those things now, since I'm not going to complete this dungeon. Because I want to collect the gold. And of course, see that right there? Ugh, so annoying. You were trying to loot? Nope, we're going to explode you. You missed the thing. Yeah, I don't. Now, the funny thing now is, thinking about this more, since I'm not going to open that, it doesn't matter if I do the prisoners, right? So, I'm good. So I'm going to go out. Actually, what I need to do is not go out here. Let me go back in. Actually, no, I do want to go out here. I want to crunch all this. It's complicated because the way you have to reset is by going to another dungeon, essentially. And there's a certain way you do that that's most efficient, and it counts against going back here. So we're going to go back in. We're going to go. Where is it? Here. See that dungeon right there? Now, the reason I'm interested in this gold right now is because I want to use it for, masterworking. Okay, so we're going to go into this dungeon. Any dungeon, it doesn't matter. Just a dungeon. I wonder if Undercity would work. Okay, now we go back to our escalation dungeon. By just teleporting, right? Oh wait, no, not Helltide. We have to go, where is it? Once we learn where it is, we'll remember. There it is. All right. We go back in. We should be on the 3rd floor. It should be reset. Right? Did it reset? It didn't. Did they fix that? Oh, they must have fixed it. Okay. Interesting. Okay, well, I guess you can't do it anymore. Let me look this up real quick. Let me go to town and look this up. Did Blizzard patch the escalating sigil? Says it remains active, but this was 22 days ago. I'm looking this up here. Ah, the escalation sigil 3rd level it just got patched. Okay. All right. Good to know. It needed to be patched, but it's still a bummer. I was hoping to avail myself of it to get more gold, but fair is fair.
We were ousted from Bristol.
Can you go away? Thank you. True story, I was in an escalation dungeon with both rubies and dark omen on the 3rd floor, right? So I was getting massive quantities of rubies, and then I accidentally closed my client. It was like, ah, shit. So that was fun. I had a keybind for something and accidentally hit it. So that was not enjoyable. Okay, so strength, life, yeah, that's a good candidate.
Step up to my anvil.
Let's see here. Nope. Let's see. Chunk. Ah, get in there. Thank you. My center mouse button is like weird. Okay, so nothing, 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 nothing. Excellent. Now we're going to kill the doggy after I put a point in something defensive. I guess we're down to healing, aren't we? Yep. I should probably take a break after this so I can eat and work on the house a little bit. Anything over here? Nope. Sometimes there is. All right.
How I've dreamed of this moment.
Nice. That's what I like. Immediate death. Well worth lowering it so I don't have to deal with any of the mechanics.
Until next time.
Look at all those uniques. Even on T4. I'll come back and get those in a minute. Let's see. Junk. 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 Phew. I do want to sort through these in a moment. All these ancestrals. I'll hold on to that for the moment.
Taken apart. Back to... You know where to find me.
Let's go back to T5. Now, I probably could have done that. I probably could have done that on T5. I don't want to deal with the mechanics. You know, I don't want... Ooh, there we go. My last two.
This should be interesting.
Okay, there's that one. Nice. Got a backup, finally. This. And these. No. No. Yes, yes.
It is done.
Talismans, yes. I might get even better ones. We'll see. Or not. Nope.
What brings you to the ancient isles?
Okay.
Ancients, watch over this one.
Oh, let's see here. We already have Phoba. But let's look at our resistances here real quick. Our existing Phoba is lightning resistance, which I do want to keep. Fur. We don't have a fur yet, do we? So that's good. We are losing some things here, which is unfortunate, but that's okay. Malor. So we're going to basically re-roll that one. And we'll store this one. Shit, I did that wrong. I meant to do that. There we go. Okay, so we're looking to roll this to fill this slot, so it can't be any of these. Doesn't matter what it is, as long as it's not one of those. Okay, so, but we do need to compare. Okay, so right now, we want life more than we want boost to our damage, so... Yeah, I don't care about that. Alright, so we're going to switch this around again. So, like around Rosie, because we want to keep our toughness up as much as possible, and we can always go to these skills later. So that's our keeper. This is our reroll. Again, we're looking for the odd man out. We don't want this to come up side by side like that. Let's see. Nope. Nope. We don't have any more options. Linta, there we go. Excellent. I was almost out of materials. And total armor. Nice. Beautiful. All right, so this is a keeper. We won't crunch that. We'll keep that. Now, sadly, I can't equip a sixth thing, right? It'd be nice if I could even just put some generic piece of resistance gear in there, you know, a whatever. But, you know, it is what it is. Now, let's order these from good to least good. So, life. Armor. Resistance. Resistance. Stats. Okay. I mean, they do have other things on them, but I like to sort those just because it makes it easier in my brain to keep track of what's where. Some people, I think would organize them alphabetically, but I don't do that. Because when I go to replace something, I want to replace something based upon what it's doing,
You know where to find me.
not what its name is. But that's just me. You can do whatever you want. Okay, so the way this works... Okay, so as we look at this, right? Look at the 5-piece. That's the new thing. So after 5 seconds, we're going to get a 200% damage bonus, right? Basically 100% damage. More damage, so double the damage. And 30% fury cost reduction. So our whirlwind would become much cheaper. So at that point, I think I already switched this, didn't I? Yes. Okay, good. Excellent. It'll become cheaper, so this will become less of a necessary thing for regen. Mostly just for movement speed, right? I mean, the regen will be nice. It'll be really good still. The next thing is, after 10 seconds of being berserking, I will suddenly start to get 10 extra fury per second. And 10% cooldown reduction. So you'll see that, like, if you look at this, it says 84.16 seconds. That'll jump down a little bit after 10 seconds, right? And then the next thing... Whoops, wrong. The next thing is, after 20 seconds, every 5 seconds, trigger a random shout skill. So it can do the same one a few times in a row. So it's not super, super useful. You don't ever want to rely on this to, like, keep your buffs up. It's just a nice supplemental thing. Now, what it does do is if you have this glyph, where is it? This glyph, right? So after casting a shout skill, the active cooldown of every other non-shout skill is reduced by 2 seconds, right? What that does is not only are you casting it, right, to reduce the cooldown of this spell right here and the other one, like, and this one, right? Because they're non-shout spells with cooldowns, right? So every time you cast one of these two, this goes down, the cooldown goes by 2 seconds. Same thing here, it goes down by 2 seconds. So you can cast them, or your talisman set can cast it. Every 5 seconds, you have a chance at one of these, you know, a 1 in 3 chance at one of these casting and reducing the cooldown of this or this by 2 seconds. And it's nice. And then, of course, after 60 seconds, we have the elite. So we're just going to run it here. I'm not going to cast any skills. Okay, now we're safe, but we're in a combat zone. 2, 3, 4, 5. Notice the cooldown went down. Right? Get ready for these spells to start casting. I'm not touching the keyboard at all. There it is. See? Every 5 seconds. Now I do want to look at what variations I've picked for them. I want them to last longer, honestly. Okay, 6 seconds. 2 seconds. This one doesn't matter because I can cast it over and over. I'd rather fortify. This one. 2 seconds, excellent. Yes, excellent. So now we have free casts, and then after 60 seconds we get this, fully berserk. So fully berserk means we have 10% increased damage against elites. Now, one thing I was doing on my main is, when I was doing a lair boss, I would sit outside the lair boss, or I'd just sit there by his little summoning thing and wait till I was fully berserk to get that extra 10%. This is while I was leveling. Because it's free damage, right? Why not? It just takes waiting. So you just go AFK, go get a drink, come back, you're fully berserk, now you have an extra free 10% damage against the boss, right? So it's perfect. So now we can just come out here and we're spinning. We're doing just insane amounts of damage. So at this point, I don't need to worry about lowering to T4 for like Astro, because I have double the damage from that 5-piece. And I can kill Astaroth in literally half a second, right? That's the benefit of getting that full set on this. I'm no longer struggling to get Fury. The amount of like Fury on gear becomes less important. You still want it on at least one piece to make up for the fact that that this piece eats it, right? Or wait, which piece eats it? This right here eats it. So you want at least 3 primary resource generation on this at the very least, right? So I could, in theory, give up that and that, but I don't want to because I like being capped at all times, especially when I'm in town. Like, if you only have 3 Fury regen, right, and you're sitting at like 80, you'll just sit at 80 the whole time you're in town. Especially as you get the Magnum Opus, right? Because I'm going to the Magnum Opus, and it's going to eat up 10 Fury per second. So I want supplemental Fury, like 5, 3, 3, 3, right? So once I get the Magnum Opus, then I'm not really struggling anymore. Speaking of that, we could probably go get that now. Let's drop this down to T3, because he's a greater. And since I can handle T6 generally, that's down by 3. He's a greater, right? Yeah. I don't have any graders. Okay. I have a superior, but I don't have a grader. Got it. Well, we're not doing that now. But that is how all that works. If no one ever explained it before. Nothing really worth getting here, right? Why does this have a thing on it? It's not enchanted. That's really weird. In fact, let's add a loot filter here. New filter. Barb. Save changes, yes. Add rule. We're going to basically recolor if there's a codex upgrade. That's all I care about at the moment. God damn it, I hate the fact that it's like, are you sure? Yes, I just added it. Let me just... So stupid. It's like Windows bullshit. It's like, are you sure you want to do this? Yes, I just did it. Codex upgrade. So we're not gonna hide text label, we're gonna recolor. There we go. Recolor, and we're gonna make it green. See? Now this one rightly doesn't show anything. But now we can see that's a codex upgrade right away. Even without noticing that little doohickey. No codex upgrades here, right? Oh no, that's right, we do have them. Heavy hitting! I didn't even notice that I got that. That just dropped, didn't it? That had to have just dropped. And that's actually a decent roll. It's a 900. Maybe I was like... I think what I did was I put it in there. I didn't even look at what the effect was. That's interesting. Yeah. Let's put that here for now. Oh, I really want to absorb the skill, though, in case I die, but I think I'd rather just... I think I need to be careful and not use too many resources. Okay, so let's stick a socket in that. I'll have to move channeling to the other weapon. This one. Oh, I have just enough. Okay, so I have heavy hitting. Channeling. I'll need to move this to... Or I'll need to... yeah, I'll need to fix this up. Weapon damage doesn't do anything but doesn't hurt anything. I'd rather put... Should I put something on this? God, it's fantastic rolls. Oh my god. Crit multiplier? Yes, please. I think I'm going to roll off the weapon damage. That's my best use right now. Because if I can hopefully get physical damage or all damage... Shit. Well, I'll just pick 300 damage. Okay, well that was a waste. But I can move the gems over. It's still a vast improvement over this thing. Like, look at that. It's... I mean, I'm not going to use it as its main damage, but look at the health difference, right? It has 600 more health. It has strength. It has more crit damage multiplication. It's just an all-around fantastic weapon upgrade.
Challenge next time.
And this gets saved for a rainy day. Now I'm like, did I miss anything else? Like, this is a really good weapon too, right? It's even better, but I'm going to hold off using this one for now. Because this is just a gimme. It's just in there for now. I could have put that effect on this, couldn't I? I'll come back to that. And then I also have this one that was, like, really good. So I have a lot of candidates, like, floating around. But that guy is really good exactly the way he is. Like, much better than it was. Now, I don't have any resources to, like, make him better right now, but those will come in time. Maybe I can convert some things.
Careful, it might be spicy for you.
Let's keep 300. I'm really tempted to fix this weapon up. It's a really good weapon. Let's see what I can do with it. Okay, let me use my materials this way, because then I don't have to worry about using the more expensive stuff. Okay, so let me get my little cube thing up. Let me go to my offhand, wipe item. I'm using this website, by the way. PrismPathfinderTooltipGame.com. And I'm going to manually edit this weapon. It has weapon damage. It has strength. It has max life. It has primary lucky hit restore resource. Okay, and now what do I want on it? I can never remember. Of course, it's going to become a grandfather, so maybe mid-game? Yeah. Okay, so channeling and heavy hitting. So strength, life, physical, yeah. So we already have strength and life. I want to roll off weapon damage. I can't do that yet. I want to replace lucky hit with... Well, let's add this in. Okay, so we want strength, max life. We want critical strike damage multiplier later. We want physical damage multiplier. Yes. All right, so how do we get there? Okay, first of all, we're going to lock the strength, which I don't think I can do because
What brings you to the ancient
I don't have the materials. Do I? Oh, I do have the materials. Oh boy, 50 just to lock the strength. Okay, so what's the next step? Let's look at this. The next step would be removing the lucky hit restore. Now, the reason we lock the strength is because we're going to re-roll, a focused re-roll. And so we don't want to lose the strength. Tell you what, let's just do that. Let's lock the strength to strength. All right, now we're going to put this in here. We're going to remove affix, resourceful, right? That gets rid of that roll. And now we want to add an affix, right? See, actually, no. We want to remove an affix, don't we? I think that's actually the better way to do it. Is to remove the aggressive thing, right? Yeah, and then add aggressive. I'm going to do it this way. They recommend a certain way, but I'm going to do it this way. In the hopes that I can avoid the weapon damage. Shit, there it is. All right. Or maybe I can get lucky and remove the weapon damage. Nope. So this is where the random garbage comes in. Fire. Yeah, it's just a mess after a while. All right, well, that went nowhere fast, but I'll hold on to it. All right, now as far as these others, I can crunch these and get the actual things I need. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's good for the resource build if I get a magnum opus. Okay, so again, let's verify. They all have to have life on them to start with. Is it too much work? I'll hold on to it. Life, strength. I'll hold on to it. Whoops. No. Too much work. Too much work. Although the crit multiplier is nice. But I would have to, like, re-roll defensive from life on kill to armor.
You know where to find me. Taken apart. Left it down.
Later on, you just have thousands of resources of every kind. It's, like, beautiful. Alright, so those are all our contenders. Lots of stuff in the bank, which is beautiful. Nothing here, which is beautiful. And don't care about that. Why does this have the icon? It's undying, no. Boss summoning, yes. another one. Boss summoning, yes. No. Alright, we'll stop there. Lots of layer keys and gold. Good. I will just do like a boss run at some point. Just to burn through all these. I'll leave like 4 or 5 for like when they're the key thing. Like if one of them is the key thing, I'll do it right now even. They're not. I like it when they're the key thing. It's like an easy 5 things for the tree. Alright, good place to stop. I'll come back and visit that weapon later when I've figured more things out.